Okay, now recording.
All righty. And so now we're at the technically 1:30 portion of our conference where we're talking about professional development. Tom Miller was our, from the Cleveland Clinic, was our committee chairman. And unfortunately, he had to leave this afternoon. So he sent me some information about his group here. And he wanted to thank Elle and Zan for and myself for all being on the PD committee. And his highlights are, we did our OhioDLA Palooza, which was just an overview of all of our, several of our content providers. We had four organizations help do that. It was the Cincinnati Museum Center, the Federal Reserve, Museum of Natural History, and the Cleveland Clinic. And they provided information over National Distance Learning Week about, those are focused on careers. Actually, that was my change up on that. So that was career based, and they had a great turnout for that. Elle, you were part of that. Do you recall how many schools were in that? I think we had quite a bit. I didn't want to say it was in the 20s.
Oh goodness, yeah. The ones we had quite a few schools. I know the Cleveland Fed, we connected with around 500 students between all the classes that joined, or it's like, yeah, somewhere between like 4 and 5. It was quite a few. And I know the Cleveland Clinic had even more students, and and then Lee was one of the offerings too, and I think she had a lot of success as well. So I don't have the exact number on me, because I know the Cleveland Fed, we submitted it to Tom, and I don't think I had gotten an email back with the exact number, but from what I recall, it was very successful.
Yeah, so we plan to run that again this next year. Tom is tentatively saying he would be a part of that, and if he can't, then we'll probably reach out to one of us to see if we can step up to help take that on, and we'll run that again this coming year, and that'll be again in our newsletters and as well as on our website. We then also were active in the OETC virtual conference, and we had several sessions on that, which we did an overview of the consortium. We did a content provider showcase. That's where I got that one from. Sorry about that. We had CILC Connect and talk a little bit about what it's like to be able to schedule from beyond outside of Ohio. And then we did a what's next for Zoom piece, and a best practice session with that Katrina Moore did on using Zoom and Google Meet. We've also then, as part of that committee, did a content provider happy hour, where several content providers connected from their homes with their favorite beverages and talk shop for a little while. And did some nice sharing of best practices, what's working, what are challenges, and had some great stories about that. And I think, Elle, you were in that one, I think, as well. And coming up in April of 22 is going to be the NeoNet conference that we are part of, or maybe I'm sorry, we did do the NeoNet. I'm sorry, my mistake.
March.
Yep.
Coming up again though, before we know it.
Excellent. And is registration open for that?
No.
Okay, good. So we didn't miss it.
No. You'll be the first to know.
Okay.
Dan's taking a deep breath, I'm sure.
And Lee and Tom were the presenters at the last conference. So hopefully that went well. And then coming up though, we've got the OhioDLA Content Provider Showcase again. We'll do let's see, that's right now the only one we have scheduled right now in the books. So it's a successful piece with it. Now Tom is asking to step down as the chair for Ohio for the PD committee. So what we'll do is we'll reach out over the listserv when teachers get back, and see if there's anybody that'd like to step up to be the chairman of that committee for the following year. Some of the things that we though have talked about was as we do our content provider showcases, focusing those more around specific curriculums. instead of doing the big overview of the organizations, because as we did the career one, we get a lot of people when we offer it that way. When we just say, hey, what's out there, it tends to be less people. So if we could target our grade levels and grade level ranges and curriculum specifics, we'll get a lot more people to those, and I think that'll work out better for teachers. So because that's really who we're looking for.
Right.
As much as we'd love to think that our curriculum directors will step in and watch us, they're swamped. They're swamped. So, but a lot of them will watch the recordings. So again, that's another advantage for us to be able to do those and get those recorded. So come fall, we'll send out another posting on that for that position. So hopefully we'll have somebody who will step up to do that. So that we'll finish up our PD piece, and that still puts us ahead of schedule. I think that's not a bad thing, right?
Oh.
All right.
No.
I'm just looking to find my schedule again. Okay.
I'll stop the recording.
Stop the recording. Perfect.